Persona Gaming.
Hello everybody, this is Tyll'a, and I'm back with some more Star Trek Online. As always, I'm gonna start by going through the reputation and stuff like that. Also, I should probably refine that to lithium. So, duty officers. Incoming, lots of XP and more dilithium. Okay, just clean that stuff out. And there's more of it. Okay, that's doing its thing. And, okay. Well, gonna be able to do that. But it is nice to know that I get the buff stuff. Run that. Filter out the stuff I can't run. And gonna run as many of these uncommons as I can. Just keep running what I can run. Alright. Science officer. Okay, I see some rares. The one in science, one in exploration. I'm gonna focus on the science first. And now for the exploration. Alright, and now my Admiralty ships are out of maintenance now. That's a good thing. So, I'm gonna run that Admiralty. Now, going into reputation, seeing which ones I can collect for. Collect. That's up to 2,700 reputation, and I don't have enough marks to do much of anything there. Collect. And I can bring that, and I could bring a Temporal Defense Initiative up to Tier 1. Feed this. Have the marks, have the energy, have expertise, all of that. I'm gonna claim these. They're going into Gamma. Okay. exactly enough to feed that one twice. So, more dilithium. Now, the question is, what's in these boxes? Really nothing I care about. Looking at Gamma Recruit stuff. This one I need 20 hours of play. That's 100,000 fleet credits, 500,000. Can I find any fleet credits? No, I'm not giving up duty officers at this point. What I can do is, well, first I'm going to toss out stuff I don't need. That would probably be not a bad idea. Because yeah, I am going to spend all of that. And all of that dilithium. Finally, last thing I'm going to do before starting work on the mission, because I kind of left off at a cliffhanger last time. Kinda. All right. So now, let us finally finish the Gamma Quadrant storyline.
Empersa, the homeworld of the Founders, is under attack by the Herc. This is our darkest hour. If Empersa falls, the Dominion will come to an end. I'm asking you to join in the defense efforts as soon as you can. A task force will assemble at my fleet's location in the Gamma Quadrant and warp to Empersa from there. Remember, if we fall, the Alpha Quadrant is next. It's time to make a stand. I hope you'll join in the fight.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me.
Yeah, I'll join in the fight. After all. Alright, here goes.
Previously on Star Trek Online, the Dominion as you know it is on the verge of collapse. Without your help, the Herc will win the war of attrition.
What's happening?
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Karemic tech.
I found a similar device on Bejor.
These devices called the Herc, and we put them there. The other Founders are hiding things from me.
Odo, look out!
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
The Sword of Kahless, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
You found a secret I've kept for millennia.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And you're rolling it.
The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. As we speak, every Herc in the Quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And now the conclusion. I arrived here ahead of you, and I've already engaged the Herc near the planet. You've made your point, Garrick. Deactivate the Herc lure device you placed on the homeworld before this gets out of hand.
I'm afraid that's the problem, Ambassador. I deactivated it several minutes ago.
Then why are the Hercs still attacking? Don't play games with me here, Garrick. I'm warning you.
Perhaps they're still attacking due to a deep hatred of your people. After all, the Founders are directly responsible for their state of mind, body, and soul. I can't say I blame them for...
Enough! Both of you. We don't have time for this. There's bigger problems to deal with here, starting with that swarm of Herc vessels nearby.
Agreed. My fleet is already engaged near the planet, but Herc reinforcements keep arriving. Try to punch through the swarms so we can join up.
Okay.
We may be needing your solution to this problem soon, Doctor.
Yes, since yours failed in a spectacular fashion.
Has it? Some might argue it's extremely beyond.
Okay, this plan might not be the best. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna make it to Odo's ship with this strat. Going right through it, that's gonna be a failure, and like, will I reach it in time? No, I will not. That was better. Checking to see if I can do a research project for R&D. No, I cannot.
My ship won't last much longer. We need to deal with the swarm attacking it immediately.
That fighting me means becoming space junk. I also have learned that they can push against my starboard shield because starboard shield is down. I'm down as well. And port shield is not good. It's not good. So I'm gonna go down and there's nothing I can do about it.
Julian, is your plan ready? It may be our best hope to end things now.
It's as ready as possible, Captain. The challenge of frontier medicine, I'm afraid, is that there is never enough time. I've created a program that will enable the Herc to synthesize the compound they need to come to their senses. I've also put together a core sample of the compound for them to utilize in mass production. That is the easy part.
And the hard part? What do you need to make this happen?
From what we've learned about the Herc, the best way to make this happen will be to enter the data into one of their core computer systems. It'll need to be a command-level system with fleet-wide override authority. Systems of that caliber are only found on Herc dreadnoughts.
There's a Herc dreadnought heading toward the planet as we speak. It's slow, so we should be able to intercept it. I recommend we engage that ship and disable it, if possible. We'll need to get a team on board to carry out Julian's plan.
Alright. So, Herc aren't joking around. They're sending a dreadnought. As well as a bunch of little frigates and a battleship and all that stuff that we should probably deal with before trying to kill dreadnought. Now, we're going to start with the frigates first with their nuisances. And the nuisances best time. So frigates. I should probably about putting as much damage on the dreadnought as I can. Dreadnought. Yep, Dreadnought's making more frigates. So, need to kill that Dreadnought first. Of course, the thing has a massive amount of health. Is that going to be completely honest here? I'm probably going to go down before it does, and yep, I just went down. But Dreadnought is at 44% health. Wow. That thing has almost 1 million health. Compared to me, I have about a little over 51,000 health maximum, which that's a big difference. That is definitely a big difference, and I'm again going to be going straight for the Dreadnought. Look, I'm not the only one aiming Dreadnought. Looks like Odo's ship is drawing a bit of Dreadnought attention. Reaper of the Storm kills 200 Herc ships. Hey, I ain't complaining. Okay, I've got some frigates attacking me. I'm still focusing on the Dreadnought. Pop, all my heals might actually be able to take this down. It's at 8% health. Will that not? I'm at 90% health. Rear shield is
We did
down.
it. The dreadnought's disabled. That ship is still crawling with Herc, though. Make sure your away teams are ready for a fight.
It's down.
I'll send some of my best. Dukan Rex will lead a Jem'Hadar away team, while Loris will assist Dr. Bashir.
Right. Let's get the away teams on that dreadnought before it calls for backup.
Loris and I have all we need. We're ready to beam over when you are.
Alright, so I took down the dreadnought. And while loading screen's doing its thing, I can get up and load more coffee into the coffee cup.
We'll need to find their central computer core. Once we're there, I'll begin the override process that will allow us to transmit our data on the cure. When that's done, we can instruct each ship in their fleet to replicate the cure and distribute it to every Herc on board. Of course, we need to reach the command center in one piece to do so.
Alright. Here we go. You may notice I don't have the hazard
Enemy life signs ahead. Get ready to fight.
I don't have hazard suits on anymore because I don't need them.
Proceed with caution. I'm reading numerous hazards in the area. This section of the ship has taken heavy damage.
And well, I do have the hazard suits and equipment in my inventory just in case I need them. Now, though, all I need to do is shoot these Herc. Go, that's coffee. Gonna put the sweetener in the coffee after I clear out a few more Herc. Down. Oh, that's a captain. That's why it's so hard to take down, because it's a friggin' captain. Still goes down though. And a bunch of ensigns, little bugs, or at ensign level, more ensigns. I should probably go back and res the guy that my guy that died. So go back and where's my res? Here we go. Is he glitched? think he is. And then I went down trying to save that guy who was glitched. So, yeah, probably not the best idea. Setting up a coffee. Alright. Time for the next group. And I do have some duty officer stuff that is completed. That's money. What I'm gonna do is load in some slots, such, some more duty officer stuff. And strictly I do need the energy credits. And I went down again. That was a pretty big group, though. Myself. Yeah, the thing with Crystal White is it depends. What it does depends on what faction you're playing. If you're playing Dominion, doesn't matter who you're allied with, Crystal White buffs you. If you're playing anything else, it actually makes your stats worse. silencer achievement for killing more Herc. And this room's a bit of a puzzle. But I can get through that. Not a problem. This room just has another dump load of Herc. Another, crap load of Herc. More Herc to shoot down. Pork lockbox, that's absolutely useless. For me, anyway, because I know it has ships and such in it. I am not going to be opening it. I am not going to be opening that. What I'm going to do with it is, next time I'm at Quonos, I'm going to sell it. Because, let's be honest. Do I even care about the stuff that's in that box? Do I even care? And, of course, I don't even know where on here it is. Oh. That's why, because it's not in there. Yeah. Here's a list of the stuff that's there. There's a ship. There's some assorted stuff. Assorted stuff that I don't really care about. So yeah, I'm gonna be selling that when I get the chance. Okay. I'll deal with that room later. And opening. Control center. Bunch of Herc, including what looks like multiple captains. Preemptively set up a heal over time. Another Borg lockbox. Now I don't know how much those sell for. And once I finish this fight, I'll tell you the reason I don't want to open that box. Granted, a lot of them are now dead. Still a lot of Herc, though. And this one, 5.7, 5.8k health. Which, for ground is a lot, considering I only have less than, 890 health as a ground character. That number's health number base are always higher than ground. That's just the way it is. Klingon rank info, because I guess it's showing that because I'm allied with the Klingons. I don't know. Before I talk to Bashir, I will show you why. And it should be somewhere here. No, that's not it. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. These lockbox keys, which you need to open lockboxes, they cost money.
Excellent work. It's time for Loris and I to finish this. Keep your weapons handy, however. We're breaking into a secure computer system here. The Herc are bound to take offense. Keep them busy while we do our work, or this will be a wasted trip.
Alright. So now I have to keep the Herc away from here. I have, like I said in the previous video, I have never seen Deep Space Nine. So, yeah, I know, I'm admitting it, I have not seen Deep Space Nine.
This one goes here, that one goes there!
I was saving time by inverting the feed now instead of later.
So, I don't know, how important these characters are in the show.
Doctor, I thought you were supposed to be Starfleet's best and brightest.
I wouldn't even be in Starfleet if it weren't for this Herc nonsense.
And of course, Bashir and Loris are arguing, which it seems like that's part of their character. I don't know. I don't know enough about those characters. The whole never seen Deep Space Nine thing. I've seen.
We're running out of time, Doctor.
Perhaps you know a fast way to translate Herc language and reverse engineer their technology.
I've seen some of the original series, seen a little bit of Next Generation. Story arc that I've been doing for this stream so far is all based on Deep Space Nine. There are other story arcs that are based on, other Star Trek series. But, right now, these are go. They gotta go.
Almost ready here. The system needs the physical samples of the cure for final analysis and processing. Shall I proceed?
It happened.
Are you insane, Wayun? That was our last hope.
How is this possible? You were in prison!
I was liberated by those who still serve the true founders. Not everyone is a traitor to the Dominion, after all.
There is only one traitor here, Wayun. It's time you paid the price for your treachery.
Pathetic. You can't even kill someone properly. Allow me to instruct you. You! Jemadar! Make yourself useful! Kill them! Giving you an order! Open fire! Kill them, now!
I think not.
He's gone.
And not a moment too soon.
Bashir to command. Everyone, we have a problem.
That Herc fleet is about to attack our position. We need to give the Doctor the time he needs to transmit data on the cure.
Alright. This is another survival mission. But just because it's a survival mission doesn't mean I can't turn the Turk into space junk.
Brilliant observation, Quark. What do you want?
Forgive my brother, Odo. We're here to help.
The Ferengi cavalry? I thought I'd seen everything.
Oh, the best is yet to come, Odo. Say hello to my dangerous friends.
Well, Quark, we're waiting.
Rom, where are they?
Lose something? Like your nerve, perhaps?
Long ago, Takufma, the Unforgettable, lit the beacon of Kalis to restore glory to the Empire. Today, a new torchbearer, Worf, son of Moog, does the same. United, We now go to fight the enemy of our ancestors. Today, we will fight the Herc. I now hold the weapon they fear most. The sword of Caelus has been returned to us. Join me now in honorable combat. Show the Herc what it truly means to be Klingon. For Caelus, for the Empire, Kapla!
And in come the Klingons. You know what? Klingons didn't show up a moment too soon. Now I am so glad that... And I went down anyway. I am so glad the Klingons are there to help. Better to have the Klingons on your side, better for me to have the Klingons on my side than on the opposing side.
Has given us more time in space, but the situation on the surface is dire. Herc's forces are breaking the Jem'Hadar defense lines. We need to do what we can to help. I'm beaming directly to the Great Link to aid my people.
The time has come. The Herc mean to ravage everything in their path. We will not allow it. We will stand against them, as Caelus once stood, defiant and proud. Fight well, and if need be, die well. Kapla!
Yeah. I think the Herc have done something that's not advised, and that is get the Klingons angry. Here goes.
Whom do we seek? Caelus! How do we find him? Together! Caelus, give us light to see forever! Will he hide from us always? Never!
Lot of, angry-looking
It's worse than we thought. Most of the Jem'Hadar lines have been broken. Even the Great Link is in danger. I'm going to coordinate our defenses at the Link. Meet me there.
We'll meet you there as soon as we can. And Odo, be careful.
The Jem'Hadar have come to our aid. Now, we will return the favor.
Alright. So. Gonna clear that. Gonna run, any, missions, duty officer missions I can. Okay, those are done. And now I'm heading in here. There's a bunch of herc. Box.
Good. There are many herc between us and the Great Lake. We go there now to reclaim our lives. We are already dead. As I lived.
Pick up those items.
We won't last long out in the open like this.
Odo to Kira. We're fortifying our position near the Great Lake.
Understood. We're on our way.
Your timing is impeccable. Thank you for your assistance. Enough pleasantries. There are still founders under attack nearby. Go to them and destroy the wretched creatures who would attack our gods. Oh, you are also forbidden to kill yourself if a founder dies in your presence. We need every able body in the fight.
Okay. Now this area looks it looks like it would be a fitting area for a final battle, which this very well could be. I don't know though, because I am going into this mission blind. You know, I haven't gone into this mission blind today because I've never done this particular mission prior to doing it on stream. So, and
This founder is losing morphogenic matrix stability. There are more friendly life signs nearby. We should do what we can for them. This isn't on you, okay? Stay with us. We need everyone to fight the herd.
Okay. So that is not good. Okay, looks like someone's gonna have to die in
I don't know you solidly, but I thank you for your service.
So, over here, more hurt to kill.
Invasion?
Down, lady. I'm trying to help you. I'm on your side.
Timing is fortuitous. Solid.
What am I, Snake? This is Star Trek, not Metal Gear Solid.
You made it. Good. We're going to need all the help we can get here. Looks like the Herc are focusing their attacks on the link. I've called for reinforcements, but most of our lines have been overrun. We're going to make a stand here and hope the Doctor's plan is successful. If not, if we fail, this may be the day the Dominion dies.
Alright, hold my ground.
Please tell me you have more dental marketing to help.
The call's been sent, but they may not arrive in time.
We'll do what we can with what we have, then.
As always, until the end.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that, Odo.
Nerys, if we don't make it...
No, now is not the time for this discussion.
Look around. There may not be a better time.
And I understand it.
You do? Then you know how sorry for everything.
Yes.
I know. I feel the same.
accidentally hit the button to switch weapons there. Hoping this isn't like Halo Reach. That game, I've tried to play it, didn't really like it.
Are you hurt?
It's just a scratch. I'm fine. We're losing ground here, Odo. Keep fighting.
We can't hold this position much longer.
That's Jim Hadar, for we're about to die, Doctor. Are you ready?
Not without the Ketracell components needed for the cure.
Ketracell? Yes. Victory.
Wait! Stop!
Is life.
Just die? I think he did.
It seems the battle is over, but how? What happened up there, Doctor?
I believe G-Pan Rex realized that his own body contained the Ketracell material I needed to finalize the cure. He extracted what we needed at the cost of his life. Once the Herc were able to synthesize the cure, they came to their senses and called for an immediate ceasefire. Their forces are withdrawing as we speak. It's over. I won't say one, but it's over.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could do for him on the Herc Dreadnought. The Ketracell extraction process was too devastating. Odo, you treated him like a son when we first found him on DS9, and I'm truly sorry.
He didn't even have a name when he left us. I'll make sure the name he found is never forgotten. I remember his first days on the station. All he wanted to do was fight. Didn't matter who. When he left, I thought I'd never see him again, or if I did, it'd be as enemies. The man I met years later still knew how to fight, but his reasons for doing so had changed dramatically. I'm proud to have known him. I wish I could have done more in the end. I suppose you're right. I believe Captain Kira was looking for you. She was at the Temple of the Prophets last I checked. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to pay my respects. We'll talk more later.
So yeah, Dukan Rex, who now he has been, well, had been, helping a lot, but he's dead, unfortunately.
And here we are, once again. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Funny you should mention that. After we got back, Starfleet Command offered me a number of postings, even the center chair on one of those shiny new cruisers. Tempting. But I chose to join the command staff here on DS9. Bajor and the Celestial Temple mean a lot to me, and this station is a good place to keep them both safe. Subtle, but you're not wrong. Odo and I have a lot to work out before we're back to where we were, but we've taken a few good steps in that direction. I think it'll work out. Eventually. He's a hard man to read sometimes.
It is good to see you once more. I was hoping we'd have a moment to speak on an important matter before your duties take you back to the stars. My thoughts often return to the Orb of Peace. It was no coincidence that it was found in the Gamma Quadrant, in the midst of two warring tribes. I believe it to be a message from the prophets, one of guidance in troubled times. Now that the conflict with the Herc has ended, I feel it's time to explore this omen more thoroughly. The recent vision experienced by Loris is truly remarkable. That the prophets would speak to Avorta. Again, this is no coincidence. Simply put, I believe the orb is meant to broker a lasting peace between the people of our quadrants and the Dominion.
Hello again, my friend. It pleases me to see you. I have interesting news. Thankfully, no. Rather, it involves the Orb of Peace that you returned with Kaiopaka. It has spoken to me. I've been exploring the meaning of that experience with the Kai and Captain Kira. They are, after all, experts on such matters. While we all find it curious that an orb of the prophets would speak to Avorta, we also agree it would be foolish to ignore it. With the blessings of Founder Odo, I have been transferred to this quadrant to continue my studies of the orb and the prophets. I shall also serve as Founder Odo's representative here. Diplomacy is my specialty, after all. I'm sure we'll be seeing one another again. May the blessings of the Founders and the prophets be yours.
Thank you for coming to visit. After all we've been through, it means a lot to have friends, even if it reminds me of the ones we miss. Speaking of reunions, I think General Martok is leading the charge against the Bloodwine at Quark's. I'm sure he'd want to congratulate you on another glorious victory. May the prophets watch over you.
Okay, so Klingons are drinking, apparently.
We'll be here at DS9 until my ship is repaired. Fortunately, I have exclusive rights to the holosim of the battle. The sales of that alone will cover the cost of repairs, and then some. Some days it's good to be the Grand Nagus. I don't like to think about how close to disaster we were, though. Fortunately, there were people like you out there to bring us all back from the brink. All those adventures. You've got quite a story to tell. That reminds me. Have you ever considered making a holobiography? I think your life story would be quite popular and profitable. I'll make you a very generous offer for the rights and cut you in on a share of the profits, say 25%. Suit yourself. The offer still stands if you change your mind.
Oh, I'm so glad to see this come to an end. but not as glad as everyone back on Ferenginar. It's a celebration of Rule 35 like no one's ever seen before. I mean, peace may be good for business, but things are really getting out of hand. When word got out that the Gamma Quadrant was open for business, the new Latinum rush was on. Open borders and free trade policies. My husband was practically weeping with joy. Oh, poor Odo. He thought he had his hands full with Quark on DS9. Now, he's gonna have an entire quadrant full of Ferengi to deal with.
Welcome back. Seeing as this is a private party and I'm in an unusually generous mood, you'll be getting the VIP discount on your drinks tonight. Did you take a hit to the head in that fight? I'm in a good mood. Not insane. Half off. Take it or leave it. That's more like it. Don't take it personally. You could be Odo. His drinks? 50% markup. Can I get you something? Not much to tell, really. Lex saw the error of his ways and gave it back. Then I had Grilka let Martok and Worf know we'd recovered their precious relic. A quick handoff later, and the Klingons were off to war. Rom and I tagged along, mainly to see the look on Odo's face when I rode in with the cavalry. That was priceless. If I die tomorrow, I'll go to the Exchequer with a smile on my face. Who do you think you're talking to? Nog? Unlike the Federation, the Klingons know the value of Latinum. I'm thinking of spending my cut on a smaller moon to orbit the one I already had. I might even name it Odo. Can I get you something?
That was quite the battle. I knew my father and uncle were up to something, but I didn't think it involved leading the Klingon fleet to the fight. That said, we wouldn't have pulled this off without you. Glad you were here for this. Starfleet's assigned the Chimera to peacekeeping duty in Herc space. We'll be working with the Joint Task Force to help the Herc get back on their feet again as well. There's a lot to be done, but we want to help them rejoin the galactic community. It is, but my crew is up for the challenge. They're some of Starfleet's best. Take care of yourself out there. Don't be a stranger.
A hard-fought battle and a well-earned victory. And yet, we almost missed it. Our fleet would have never left the Empire if it weren't for the sword's return. Grilka tells me her former mate, Quark, had something to do with it. The sacred blade of Kalis, returned to the Empire by a Ferengi. Madness! Yes, it was Worf's idea to ignite the beacon of Kalis. A bold move, but it paid off. Only a coward could refuse such a call to arms. The legend of Kalis is stronger than ever. It would not surprise me if the High Council moved to create a new clone of the Emperor. There is great power in legend, after all.
I am forever indebted to you. Without your efforts, I would walk the path of exile for the rest of my days. Now, I will help make amends for all that has happened during Zencast's terrible crusade.
Interesting. There's a message from Garrick on my monitor here. Text only. He wants you to meet him at his old tailor shop. Maybe he's had enough of politics and wants to get back in the fashion game. Probably more profitable in the long run, and easier on the nerves. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. He looks for secrets when he gets bored, and trust me, he's not the person you want poking around in your business.
Okay. So I can exit the bar and head for the tailor shop.
The conflict may be over, but there's still plenty of work to be done. The Lucari have offered to help the Herc restore their homeworld's ecosystem, and they've accepted. Dr. Bashir will be working with us on this. It's our goal to ensure that no Herc will go without nourishment again. Some time ago, I hoped for a path to peaceful resolution to our troubles with the Herc. I'm happy to be part of such a solution, at last. Thank you for your efforts in getting us all to this point, to peace.
Thank you for meeting me here. Strangely, I find it easy to center myself in this shop, even relax. Quite so. Cardassia is about to begin a new journey, as it were, and I'll be going along for the ride. Oh, it is. Cardassia has been offered membership in the Alliance, and we've accepted. Our seat at the table was hard-earned, but we're ready and grateful to join the ongoing efforts. Officer exchange programs have already begun. In fact, I suspect you'll be seeing more Cardassian faces in the future. I hope you show them the same courtesy as you've shown me in our shared adventures. Oh, I'll be spending time on Earth, Kronos, and New Romulus. The life of an ambassador is never dull, after all. Someone needs to make sure the Alliance doesn't forget about Cardassia, and I suppose that someone is me. I'll be sure to follow your exploits, of course. They'll be far more entertaining than economic forecasts and state functions, to be sure. I believe our fearless leaders would like to have a word with you next.
Okay. So?
There have been some significant diplomatic events since your return from the Gamma Quadrant. First, the Dominion is joining the Alliance. Having them as allies will take some getting used to, but the opportunity was too great to ignore. As a condition to joining the Alliance, we requested that the Founders take steps to free the Jem'Hadar from their addiction to Ketracel White. I'm happy to say that Ambassador Odo is inclined to comply with that request. It will make things interesting in the Gamma Quadrant, to be sure. Still, it's been a long time coming. The Jem'Hadar should be able to live their lives freely.
Okay.
The Havas Cool sector has been designated as independent from the Dominion, and a Herc neutral zone has been established around it. The Empire will join the Federation and the Republic in keeping the peace between the Dominion and the Herc. We have experience in enforcing a neutral zone, after all. Martok's use of the beacon and the return of the blade has led to a renewed interest in Kahless throughout the Empire. Some say that Martok stands with honor next to great heroes like T'Kuvma, Vok, L'Rell, and Kang. As if getting along with a stubborn old Targ wasn't difficult enough, his ego will be larger than Mount Hamar at this rate. It is fortunate that Martok has little in the way of political aspirations. Otherwise, I may need to kill him. Again. Ha!
Alright, now talk to Romulan guy.
I have initiated a dialogue between the Dominion and the Karema. In light of recent events, I feel it is imperative that their conflict is resolved peacefully. Whether that results in an independent Karema or not remains to be seen, but I shall endeavor to help them reach a result that is beneficial for both parties.
Alright. So now I have to go to the sick bay again.
Things are finally settling down around here. Well, as much as it ever settles down, that is. Well, there's a lot to be done with the Herc, and being part of Starfleet will help me make things happen in that regard. When I'm not here, I'll be working with the Lucari and the crew of the USS Aventine to help the Herc get back on their feet. Indeed, but I happen to be married to the captain of the Aventine, so it won't be, too bad. The kids won't be joining us until Kumake and her team restore Havas Cool to a more habitable state, however. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon, but until then, be safe out there. Doctor's orders.
The Dominion is about to go through a number of changes, liberating the Jem'Hadar from the White, phasing out the Founders' benevolent dictatorship, establishing a safe haven for the Herc. Needless to say, I'm going to be very busy for quite some time. No, there are still a number of Founders within the Great Link who will be very resistant to change. I'd like to think they're outnumbered by those willing to take a more democratic approach, however. The last thing anyone needs is a Dominion civil war. Also, not all of the Herc were cured. We'll be dealing with rogue swarms for some time. I hope we can call on you in the future if we run into that special kind of trouble you have a talent for dealing with. Oh, and speaking of trouble, you might keep an eye on Quark. That little act of heroism with the Sword of Kalis will make him bolder than ever.
First, our founder Odo has decreed that we will use our new knowledge to remove the Jem'Hadar dependency upon the Ketracel White. As soon as you leave, we will disseminate this information to your medical officers. You will still be able to benefit from the rush in battle, but you will no longer require Ketracel White for your survival. Glory to the Founders for their wisdom. You are free to depart from Deep Space Nine when you are ready.
Okay.
This meeting is classified. It has come to my attention that you have been engaged in secret correspondence with the Elder First, Dukan Rex. With the passing of the Elder First, a great void has been created within your ranks. I do abhor a vacuum, and I believe it is your calling to fill that void. Continue your exemplary service. Honor the sacrifice of Dukan Rex. Let this victory enrich your life with the blessings of the Founders.
Okay. So, loading into the Alpha Quadrant, overall thing, and
the future of the Dominion is uncertain for the first time in many years. Without the Founder and her unbreakable will at the center of it all, the Gamma Quadrant will undoubtedly go through a great deal of turmoil. I'll do what I can to maintain order and keep the peace, but it's going to be challenging, to say the least. For now, what matters to me is that you fought for the Dominion when we needed it the most. I won't forget that. And thanks to the Great Link, neither will the Founders. Thank you. I hope we meet again under much better circumstances.
nice.
If you'll excuse me.
Okay. Now, do I have any spec points to spend? No, I do not. So, first order of business. I've completed that last episode, so that whole section is all done. And as far as reputation, I'm going to take that, accept some more gamma marks. That. There we go with that. Okay. I will be right back. I need to run to the restroom. I am back. So, at this point... Oh, I want to check the fleet thing first. Okay. Okay. So, if I open this up, there are really two ways I could think of for which way to go next. I could start doing queues, or I could do the featured episodes. Before I do either, I am going to toss some items that I don't really need. Gone, 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 gone. And then just gonna transwarp to Kronos. No, I don't want to start that mission. Shipyard transporter. Kronos is celebrating the anniversary. Barracks is the mail. What I'm looking for is the exchange challenge floor. Great Hall, Forge. There's mail. Ah, there's the exchange. But yeah, the Victory is Life main quest line, it's done. Which one's the bank and which one's the AA? There's the bank. Those I'm gonna use. Going to drop all this stuff into the bank. Okay. That's also the bank. That is the exchange. That's what we're looking for. Sell. Pull up my calculator. There we go. And also, I need to sell this. 1,000 each. Alright, that's much better. So now, instead of going directly into a task force, I'm first going to start the featured episode.
The long-range sensor arrays in the Tyll'a system went offline recently. Last thing they picked up before that happened was a Borg scout ship. I'm heading to Tyll'a now to investigate. If this is the beginning of a new Borg incursion, I could use some backup. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Alright. So now, I'm gonna beam up. And actually, I am going to do a random task force. And actually, no, I will do the... sorry about that. I will do the featured mission. So yeah, now we're in Beta Quadrant. And that is where things start. And so while I'm flying there,
on the front lines of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning, every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the quadrant.
and that was Leonard Nimoy talking. Anyway, we're almost here at the Tyll'a system.
Thanks for coming. Spotting a Borg scout here made a lot of people nervous, and with good reason. So, some old friends called in a favor, and here I am. I came here looking for Borg, but the real problem turned out to be sabotage. Orion smugglers fouled up the long-range array, but they left the short-range sensors intact. I have plenty of evidence from the sensor logs to turn over to Alliance officials. Still a concern. If they're sizing up this quadrant as an incursion zone, we need to know about it. I have a few ideas on upgrading the sensor arrays, making them harder to disable and better at spotting Borg. Beam me over and we can sort out the details. With your assistance, I can complete the modifications quickly.
All right.
Good. Now that we have a working array, our next step will be initiating the new security protocols. Hold on. Are you seeing this? The long-range sensors just lit up like a Dabo table, reading a massive energy surge. We're being scanned. Something's overriding all our control systems, attempting to bypass.
Okay, something's attacking me. And for some reason I just warped out somewhere. This is not good. So...
Oh, that was unpleasant. Still, there are no damage reports, no casualties. Scanning. This is unexpected. According to astrometrics, we were catapulted several hundred light years from Tyll'a to the Excalibur system. Here's some facts to go along with those legends. In the 23rd century, Excalbians abducted the USS Enterprise and subjected some of her crew to a series of combats. Some sort of morality test. Feels that way to me. I doubt they dragged us all the way out here to have a Raktajino and talk about baseball. There's one way to find out for sure. Hail them and see what they want. I can boost the signal once the ship is in a standard orbit. Assuming the Excalbians are in a talking mood, we should have answer soon.
Okay.
We are receiving your signal. On behalf of the Excalbian people, I bid you welcome. My name is Abraham Lincoln. Some time ago, I met and fought beside members of a Federation starship crew. Under the circumstances, we felt a somewhat familiar face would make this encounter more agreeable. That is a complicated matter, I'm afraid. I think it would be easier to discuss it face to face. We prepared a meeting ground on the surface of Excalibur. It meets your needs for atmosphere and climate, as I understand them. Will you join us there?
Alright. So, I don't know what to think about this.
Welcome, friends. I do hope the local climate is to your liking.
The climate's fine. It's our abduction that we have a problem with, friend.
My apologies. It was not an action of my choosing, I can assure you.
Okay, what is that?
Your presence is required for a matter of great importance.
Greater than conversations with dead presidents?
Long ago, the two of us were involved in a study, if you will.
An evaluation of two concepts, good and evil. The initial results were ultimately inconclusive.
The debate has continued since that time.
We now seek a final resolution.
What does that have to do with us, exactly?
You have been chosen as advocates for the concept of good.
But you will not face it alone.
Hello. Looks like we have a lot of work to do here.
That's putting it mildly.
Okay.
You have questions. I will attempt to clarify our intentions. In this trial, you will be accompanied by associates that we have created for you. You will confront a variety of situations in opposition to evil forces. Your actions will be judged as will those of your opponents. The prevailing concept will guide us as a people. We shall pursue the virtues of good, or the vices of evil. We find violent conflicts produce pure examples of good and evil. They provide the best results to evaluate and judge. Failure to participate will be seen as your endorsement of the supremacy of evil. The trial will then conclude with a judgment in favor of evil, and our subsequent pursuit of the concept as a guiding principle. The trial awaits you. Proceed through the portal behind me when you are prepared.
Right.
I think we need to be cautious when dealing with the Excalbians. They're a lot like Q, minus a sense of humor. Fashion sense could use a little work, too. For now, I say we play their game and stay in one piece. Look for opportunities to swing things in our favor. Our new teammate here might have some insight into the situation as well.
Michael Burnham, of the USS Discovery. Judging by your uniforms, I'd say I'm in the future. The last thing I remember was preparing for battle with my crew, and the crew of the Enterprise. Since we're having this discussion, I'm guessing we won that fight. My apologies, my memory's a bit fuzzy. Possibly a side effect of whatever brought me here. Over 150 years. Fascinating. Right. I'll catch up later, assuming we get through this trial in one piece. To address your original question, I wish I had all the answers, but I know as much as you do. Going through this trial will give us the chance to conduct some tests of our own, learn more about them and the situation here.
Take heart, my friends. Yarnik has a forceful personality, but his voice is not the only one heard here. There are many Excalbians who would embrace virtues before vices. Well said. And as one of your allies here, I have a warning for you. The trials are drawn from your past experiences and records, but they will not be identical recreations. There will be alterations to test your responses and those of your opponents. Expect the unexpected. Please accompany me.
Pass through the portal.
Beyond that portal, the first trial awaits. Good luck, my friends.
My tricorder's showing a Class M tropical biome. By the look of things, this world is under attack. I'm reading a lot of weapons fire from several locations in the area.
This is a safe position for now, but that could change soon. We need to get to cover fast. I see a plaza ahead. And casualties. Enemy forces may be in the area.
Okay.
This didn't happen long ago. Some of the bodies are still warm. When did this take place, originally? I don't recognize the uniforms on these Vulcans. Romulans? You're serious? Those are Romulans. This is a lot to take in. The Romulans are... I clearly have a lot of catching up to do. But the middle of a war zone isn't an ideal place for a history lesson.
These Romulans are Tyll'a, members of a covert military intelligence force. Their list of enemies is long. Any number of them could be responsible for this attack.
Alright, so we've got some dead Romulans.
This one was killed by heavy plasma weaponry. Strange. I'm also reading trace amounts of several exotic particles in the area. Antiproton, tachyon. Whoever else was in this fight used some extremely advanced weapons.
Makes sense. The Iconians were allies of the Tyll'a at this time. They were probably fighting at their side. This may be one of the unexpected changes Lincoln warned us about. Iconians arriving here early.
Some kind of constructs. They're using anti-proton weapons.
Heralds. Good sign.
things are dying quicker than the friggin' Herc did. And I'm starting to run low on time.
Those were Iconians?
Heralds are augmented servants of the Iconians. They were used primarily as shock troops. We've encountered them before, but if they're here now, things are worse than expected. There's a tactical force field blocking our way. That looks like the emitter over there. Should be simple enough to destroy it.
Okay, so yeah, I am starting to run low on time, so the next save point I'm going to stop for now. So... that's one way to turn that off.
Alciar and Heralds fighting Riemann combat squads. Wonderful.
So, these Riemans, they're on our side. Good to know.
There! I would speak with you!
Okay.
Your timing is fortuitous. I am Obasek of the Riemann Resistance. I fight against the Tal Shiar for the freedom of my people. Our quarry, Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar, has called for the aid of the Iconians, and means to turn the galaxy over to them. He must be stopped. The lab is not far from here. If we can fight our way past the guards, we can put an end to all this. And Hakiv. Simulation? I assure you, this is all very real. My people are fighting and dying for their freedom against a powerful enemy. Hakiv must be stopped, or the Iconians will bring death to our entire galaxy. Now tell me, will you help us?
Looks like there's another tactical force field blocking the way. This Hakiv really doesn't want to be interrupted, does he?
It may not be in an obvious place. Check the nearby buildings and rooftops.
Okay. So now I need to find the shield, the shield emitter, which must be right there.
Excellent. Hakiv has holed up in the south like the cornered vermin he is. Once we're near his position, I can set up a jamming field to prevent him from beaming out. Then we can bring him to justice, at last.
You might be able to block transporters, Obasek, but I doubt you can block a functional Iconian gate. As long as that remains open, Hakiv will be able to escape. Deal with the gate first, then you can talk about justice all you want.
Okay.
Ambush! Look out!
Okay. That doesn't look good. And I'm down. Romulant.
Warfare as a trial of good versus evil. Curious.
War is a lot of things. Good isn't one of them.
Klingons would probably disagree.
Ah, Obasek. So good of you to join us today. I've dreamed of ridding the galaxy of your stench for some time. And now, with the Iconians at my side, that dream shall become a reality.
This ends now, Hakiv. No amount of Iconian or Tal Shiar scum will stop me. Blood calls for blood.
We have bigger problems. The Iconian gate is still online, remember? Hakiv can bring in Iconian reinforcements as long as it is.
Then let's shut it down. Keep Hakiv and his forces busy while we work, or this trial will end real soon. And not in our favor.
Alright. So...
I need help at the gate controls!
So this is looking like a hold the line type situation. And I'm down.
I need help at the gate controls!
All that's left is the boss, Colonel Hakeem, which does say captain. Exo just died. No, Echo, sorry, he died again. Like, he dies a lot. I don't know why.
He has a stealth field. Spread out. Find him.
You think you've stopped me? The Iconians already know. They know everything.
I don't care. Blood calls for blood, Hakiv.
No, not like this. You're better than this. If you do this, it won't be justice. It'll be murder. You don't have to do this.
He must pay for what he's done.
Alright, what's the call? Help Obasek or catch Hakiv?
Obasek's in bad shape. He needs field surgery right now, or he's not going to make it. I can't do this alone. I need your help to save him.
Hakiv's getting away. If he leaves through a gateway, he could return with enough Iconians to finish us off. Do you want to pursue him?
Yeah.
This door here.
Enemy target on filter.
First I get to bring Echo back up. Okay, there's 7.
I surrender. You have me. No more tricks. Nothing can stop what's about to happen. The Iconians are coming. Your doom is coming. It is inevitable.
Rest easy, friends. This part of the trial has reached its conclusion. There's a portal nearby. Use it to return to Yarnek. He wishes to review the results of the trial.
Okay.
OBSEC dies. Without his leadership, the hope of Riemann unification with the Romulan Republic dies as well. Without this alliance, the Republic collapses, and many Romulans and Riemans die in the civil war that follows.
On the battlefield, the decision to sacrifice a life in the course of saving the lives of others is never made lightly. In stopping their enemy in flight, these people stalled a terrible invasion and saved the lives of untold millions. The needs of the many on this day outweighed the needs of the few or the one.
The trial continues. Proceed through the nearby portal when you are ready to begin the next evaluation.
Come this way for your next trial.
Alright. So that is going to be it for now. I'm gonna exit out of this area. And let's set a few more duty officer things. And there we go. So until next time, this is Tyll'a signing off. Thanks for watching.
This has been a Persona Gaming production. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.